This movie had so much promise. Just goes to show you can never just trust the hype behind the trailer. Never. Pacific Rim Uprising. So this is my non-spoiler review. I'm not going to spoil anything of the movie. I'm literally just going to tell you what I thought of it, give my review, and then I'll let you guys go and watch it and make up your own minds. Okay, let's get it. So this movie was a sequel to Pacific Rim, which was basically I think it was a manga-based movie. Correct me if I'm wrong. The premise of the movie was giant monsters come out of the ocean from a different dimension, and the human race builds giant robots to fight them. That's it. I enjoyed it. From the trailer and the music in the trailer, you know how I like music in trailers. I was very hyped to see this movie, to be fair. This movie stars John Boyega as Jake Pentecost, who is the son of the hero of the first movie, played by Idris Elba. And for the most part, I think John Boyega, and you know how I love John Boyega, he carries this movie. He does the most that he can with the shit he's given. This movie tried to reach and do too much. Definitely too much. There was a lot of things in this movie that didn't make sense. It wasn't like, I understand it's a movie about giant robots and giant monsters, but you have to ground it in some sort of reality for me to actually, I can't suspend my belief that much. And when certain things were happening in the movie, I was literally just thinking, that is impossible. It would never happen. It cannot happen. And it kind of brought me out of the movie a little bit. The supporting cast was trash. The little girl that you see in the trailers, who is Amara Namani, played by Kaylee Spaney. Sorry if I got your name wrong. She was probably the best out of them, but you still didn't really care about her. She had a nice little backstory and it gave you some sort of character development. But all in all, she was just as expendable as the rest of them. You didn't really care about her. You didn't care about what she was doing. You didn't care about her struggles. It was very rushed. Like, her story was very rushed. And it was pointless, to be honest. I think Scott Eastwood did an okay job. His character could have been played by any actor. It didn't really have to be him. I haven't seen a lot of his movies, so he's not like an actor that I'm like, oh my gosh, Scott Eastwood is in a movie, I need to see it. He's not one of those actors yet. But he did an okay job with the shitty script that he was given. Now, speaking of unmemorable, pointless characters, there is one female character in this movie who is kind of a love interest, and I'm not trying to spoil it at all. I'm just saying that this character was completely pointless, to the point where I do not even know her name, and I don't even care to even look it up. She didn't do anything in the movie. She didn't bring anything into the movie. If she wasn't in the movie, there would be no difference whatsoever. Now, I've spoken about the script. It was terrible. The dialogue was cheesy. There was some really bad one-liners, really bad humor. None of the characters really had comedic timing. The only person I could say was the best at portraying any type of comedy or gave any laughs was John Boyega. And I feel like he was more himself, because there was a lot of, not a lot, but I could tell there was a little bit of London slang and stuff in there that you could see that he just brought through himself, which was okay. And I enjoyed those references, and I was like, hey, I'd say something like that. I did like the action sequences. There are very few of them. The ones that you've seen in the trailers are basically all of the action sequences in the movie, which is terrible because you've basically seen the whole movie now. But yeah, there was one action set piece that I was like, yeah, that's sick. I rate that highly. But apart from that, boy, the villain in this was terrible cartoon bullshit. I do not understand why they went this route. Oh, you're just gonna have to see it for yourself, or don't see it. I don't even care anymore. So quickly to summarize my thoughts on this movie, the only things I did like were John Boyega and one particular action sequence. The music wasn't particularly great. It did look good, and I liked the fluidity of the new Jaegers. That is about it. And it was completely rushed. At the end, everything was just tied up, and a lot of things was just like, wait a minute, what about this? What about that? It was all up in the air. It was complete mess. So I would give this a 6 out of 10. One of my least favorite movies that I've watched in recent times, and I would not recommend anyone to go and see this. So, Pacific Rim Uprising. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. As usual, if you're new, subscribe, leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. War ready.
Taylor about the fucking flex.